Well, there's one good thing. Packers really injury prone. Didn't change their overall one bit. What is going on, guys? We're back with another video in Madden 18 Connected Franchise, and we are doing another what if or, what would happen challenge. And today, Og Duck Scout has suggested you should do a what if every player on a team had 0 injury and toughness. The rest of that, no. He's been on the channel for a while, so, I appreciate it. But also, of course, if you guys didn't know, I think Not the Expert did this last year. And if I'm not mistaken, this video was a video that was really huge for him and actually propelled his channel big time. I think it was the first video where it was like, yeah, because I remember he was making videos. Makes me seem like a stalker, but he was making videos, and he would get a video, kind of hit maybe 20, 30K here and there. Then, for a while it'd be like 5, 10K, which is amazing. And then he hit, no, it was like, I don't know, maybe 2 to 5K. And then he hit this video, and it would just propel them. That's not what I'm trying to get here. Obviously, I'll take some views. Ain't nobody complaining about views. But if anyone suggests me a what if that no one's done this year, or a, just something interesting, at this point, I'll take it, because we're so deep into the year. It's already almost March. So that's what we're going to do. And, of course, my Packers, I'm not saying we were the most injury-prone team last year, but we were probably very close. And we had a big one named, we're from the guy named Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, injury. Can't go to 0. That's not a thing this year, so it's really the 11 injury, 0 toughness. What if, or what would happen? Aaron Rodgers, 93 overall. A lot of the players did drop. That's kind of what happens with injury, specifically for the offensive line. That's always a big one for me, which is why in leagues I try to trade for players with overalls that are good for their blocking stats, because obviously, awareness really, really brings up an overall for offensive linemen. Same with injury. So if a guy's 80 overall and he has 70 in awareness and like 70 injury, he's actually an amazing lineman, because injury and awareness, they're so big. I mean, let's see, what was Bakhtiari? David Bakhtiari is a 67 overall here, and I would say he's probably supposed to be like an 89, 90. That's just how big of a impact injury plays. Some of the other positions as well. Defensive line really didn't seem too affected, either did DB or linebacker anyways. And ironically, DB not that much. The Packers are so bad. They're like 74 overall corners all across the board. And I know that, Packer fan, it sucks. So what we're going to do is, first things first, we're going to turn off injuries for preseason. Only reason why we're doing that is because I don't want them injured for preseason. I'd rather have them injured in the regular season. That's not what you're supposed to say. You're not supposed to say, oh yeah, I want some guys injured. Who doesn't want to see a nice broken shoulder blade or a nice broken kneecap? Even though I don't think you can, you could probably break any bone in your body. Probably dislocation or kneecap more commonly. So week 1, big decision needs to be made, and that is how long your team's going to last. So week 1, simming week 1 with injuries on, who are the injured players? Injury report, nobody. Maybe it didn't account for week 1. Maybe injuries don't register for week 1. Let's go on to week 2 or 3, whatever. Week 3, where are the injuries? I still don't see any damn injuries. Where are they? Okay, so we have a dislocated elbow from Blake Martinez. So from what I'm seeing so far, injury doesn't play a factor that much. I know it's an injury, but 2 weeks in with 0 injury, and where we've only got 2 guys. Interesting. Let's go on to, obviously we're week 4 now, and it's still just Blake Martinez. So this is an interesting one. This is very interesting. The Packers in real life, I can tell you right now, here's 2 new injuries, would not be only 1 injury away at this point. Let's go on to see, oh Jesus, I keep forgetting where it is. Injury report, we have 2 new guys here. Aaron Jones and Clay Matthews, so 2 linebackers have been injured so far. Blake Martinez is coming back this upcoming week, though. I want to see if Aaron Rodgers will be injured by the end of the year. So we have 3 new injuries. And I guess the answer is true because he is injured. How big of an injury is it? Aaron Rodgers tore his quad. It's an interesting injury for a quarterback. Devontae Adams is also injured. And Mike Daniels is injured. So the injuries starting to pile up here week 6. So we were pretty safe for the first 3, maybe even 4 weeks. And then that's where they started to hit us. What do we got now? 4 new injuries. Yeah, now they're, it's the snowball effect. One guy goes down. I ain't playing if everyone else is hurt. So partial ACL tear, that's a rough injury for Cobb, but it could have been worse. Ty Montgomery, dislocated ankle. I'll tell you what, doesn't take much to get him injured, even with 90-plus injury. Lane Taylor with a foot fracture. Fackrell with a broken thumb. Some of these guys might be coming back soon, but they'll probably get injured very shortly. The fact that we even had a win is kind of shocking. It must have been like week 1. And 2 more injuries again, so it's getting worse and worse. Now the question is, does the team just keep signing new players every time? Because when's have you run out of quarterbacks? Quinn Rollins, 7 week with a broken collarbone. Kevin King, dislocated ankle. I have a weird feeling that there's some like freak person watching this video who just loves hearing different injuries. Just a sadistic bastard. Just, oh yeah. Broken clavicle. Oh, God. I'm sorry, that's demonetization right there, mate. What else do we got? Yeah, so no one else is injured. We're healing a little. So we went a week. Week 8 was a clean week. Nobody was injured. So week 9, we had 1 new injury. I keep going to injury report. I don't need to, but I like to see. Maybe I'm the sadistic dude. I love to see all the injured players. I think this was Bulaga's injury, 4 weeks. So there's a few players that haven't been injured yet, which is, impressive. Maybe so many injuries are happening that not all of them can be injured. Week 10 is finished, and 2 new injuries have piled up. Hopefully it's not killing you guys that I keep going back to this. Randall, I believe, joins the list with a broken hand. I thought there was 2 new injuries. I think somebody that was injured got healed and then got re-injured. It might be Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones might have re-injured himself, if I'm not mistaken. We'll actually be able to take a look right now. 2 new injuries. I think it was Aaron. Well, I guess I should go to that because it doesn't tell me just the players injured. It actually tells me all that. So, week 12. What are the new injuries? 2 new injuries. This one's going to be Brett Hundley, 4 weeks with a dislocated ankle and a potential re-injury again. I don't know who it would be, though. Yeah, honestly don't know who it would be. I think Rodgers is back in the lineup. Let's see how long that lasts, though. Rodgers. I really want to see what the season's going to be like, too. There's going to be some really bad stats, I would assume. 2 new injuries. Who is it going to be? Is Rodgers on the list again? Ty Montgomery re-injures himself. Gets a torn rotator cuff this time. That's rough. And then I believe there was another re-injure. It was a Mike Daniels injury. Broke his wrist. Now he tore his hamstring. Could you imagine having to see this in real life? It'd be brutal. Just week in and week out. I guess that's kind of what I had to deal with last year. Any new injuries? Trevor Davis tears his shoulder. Not a bad injury. 2 weeks only. 1-11. Are we going to beat the Browns with our injury-riddled team? Nope, we are not. 1 new injury. I don't know why. This is actually somewhat satisfying. Partial ACL tear for Bakhtiari. Ironically, it took him 14 weeks to get injured, yet he seems like he's got a 9-week injury every single season. I don't even know if that's true, but it feels like it. Him and Bulaga. Bulaga for sure. 2 new injuries are going to be Rodgers. I don't want to see him injured, but, Devon House, definitely one of them. And there he is. The man himself broke his damn thumb. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. 2 new injuries. Let's see who they are. Nick Perry, maybe, and then Clay Matthews, I think. So both of our pass rushers. I actually want to go in if I can, if I don't have to pay, if I don't have to sign anyone. I want to play this game, and I want to see if I can even go a play without getting injured. We're going to get injured kicking the ball off, aren't we? Mason Crosby's going to snap his leg. See, that's the thing. I don't think you can get non-contact injuries. So unless I make a tackle with Crosby here, or attempt one, I don't think he'll get injured. Fackrell's definitely going to be injured. No? All right, I want to see how many plays I can go without getting in an injury. So there's only 4 guys on the list, even though there's about like 15 of them. It's so sad that even with 0 injury and toughness, it barely even seems like it's a different season than the Packers usually have. And you would think I'm making jokes, but kinda and kinda not. There's going to be an injury. No injury. All right. Oh, there is an injury. Dean Lowry, shoulder tear. That's interesting. You would have thought with the most common NFL injury being a concussion, you would see a couple of those. It's weird. It's almost like they're not in the game. They don't even have head injuries in the game. I mean, you know, nobody ever uses their head in football, I guess, to be fair. It'd be cool to see if the whole league was on 0 injury, what would happen, but unless someone gives me a roster for it, I am surely not going to do that. Also, by the way, I don't think Jordy was on the list. Jordy's definitely one of the big notables that wasn't injured. Wow, what a play. And he doesn't get injured. Wow. Jordy's a bit of a tank. That's picked off, and it wasn't even Jordy. Watch his hit stick injury. Nope. No injury. I've seen what I wanted to see. We had Dean Lowry on the list. Anyone else new, maybe? Shoulder tear. Time being determined. Yeah, it's that toughness. It's that toughness that's a real killer. Let's go on, though. 1-14. Surprised we even got that 1 win. I want to see the deficit as well. So was that... Okay, that was the wild card. We had... Any new injuries? 2 new injuries. Who were they? So by the end of the season, did Jordy ever get injured? He did not. Impressive. I mean, honestly, thinking of all the big names, I think Jordy... I don't remember if Clinton Dix or Burnett were on there, though, to be fair. So let's take a look at the stats. Chad Kelly was the biggest thrower of the ball. Chad Kelly was the best, technically. Nothing there. Receiving, Jordy Nelson. What a legend. He's like, I don't know why everyone's numbers are so down. This is an absolute beast. Blocking, obviously. Those numbers are going to really not show anything. Sack totals, Quentin Dial. Kenny Clark, I don't remember if he was injured either. Crosby was alright, even though his whole damn offensive line was shifting in and out. Let's take a look at the wins, and then we'll send the Super Bowl as we usually do. Want to see who wins it, just for whatever reason. We always do it. So who was the win? We beat the Bears. Big surprise there. I mean, not the worst way to lose, you know, with all these injuries. And let's go on to the Super Bowl and see who wins this thing, just for the heck, like we always say. I thought there was injuries when we were... we're not even playing games where we're getting injured. Watching the games on the couch, and we're taking injuries. The Falcons beat the Patriots 38-14. But anyways, that was the video. And yeah, injuries are people too. I don't even know what that means. Look how many different people we probably signed this year. Probably the league record for most players signed off of free agency. Like, just absolutely decimated. Jordy, why is Jordy so bad? I know the injury's rough, but... By the way, we had XP, so we're... So did any of the players get upgraded? There's no player that really did well. So you're telling me with that low of injury, they didn't upgrade Jordy at all? How much does it cost to upgrade him? It should be less than that. Like, to be fair, we did get to 33 injury. But still, it should be less than that. I think it should be... like 100 until it gets to 50. Look at toughness. Holy crap, that it cost you a fortune. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,